Dude.
So, five strangers got
What's
together and met up and were given a job in the city of Escamil. And finding that this job was pretty interesting and they seemed to be wanted for it, seeing as how they looked like the adventurous types, because you guys are level 5 and people can tell, or were now level 6. You were hired, accepted, brought on board of the ship, and you set off, spying a interesting watchtower that one of the people that you were transporting, of importance, carrying the object of importance, known as the Witch King's crystal, said to have contain his soul on the inside. You all stopped at a watchtower that person, Phoebe, was interested in because she wanted to look around. She'd always heard about it but never got to go. The party found runes on the floor laid out, set to crumble the tower underneath the waves. At least that's what it seemed like. And upon discovering and disarming these runes, magic circles, were met with some retaliation from some merfolk. A small fight ensued, and then Revian turned them into fish paste. Literally. With 24 damage, of which that move has been changed around slightly because we messaged each other almost at the same time, and we're like, it's a little strong. Maybe we should walk that back a little bit. Which it is now balanced and ready. I think it will be fine the next time he uses it. You all went back onto the ship, and then things got a little more interesting. Lastly, Jug gave another bottle of wine to the captain, rolling it into her quarters and hoping for the best, with a note on it. Revian had a little conversation with Terragus, of which he may tell you about later. Probably not today, but whenever Kyle is back to tell you guys about it. Some information was revealed to Revian about things in his past and things that he wanted answers for. You guys wouldn't even know about it anyways. He hasn't told you yet, so of no worry. And Manus got some answers from Voithos about something that he was wondering about himself. Was it the best answer? Remains to be seen, but Voithos then went off to shut down and hopefully rebuild some more of his memory. And as Reggie identified some of the items you guys had found at the tower, that is where we left off. Lex, you said that you wanted to do something. I don't know if you actually made a note of it or not, like what it was that you wanted to do, but I remember you said you wanted to do something. Do you remember?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I could do that pretty much any time, actually. Considering what it is.
Okay. Would anyone else like to do anything?
I will do mine. People go first. I'll do my thing in a second. I mean,
Is there anything that anybody else wanted to do? All of the items were identified or were helped to be identified by Reggie. Threw a couple of identifies your way.
Jug's probably still sitting in the I don't know where the food is, and is probably just
In the mess.
slumped the mess hall. Yeah, just slumped over on a table, and you can see a tipped over tankard. Probably ended up sleeping there.
Yeah, Manus has just been tinkering in the alchemical workstation most of the night.
Okay. Working on some stuff. Phoebe's working on some stuff. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Revian probably just stays like either at the front of the ship or up in the crow's nest for now. He was in the crow's nest when we left off, so I'll leave him there for now. He's just meditating and being mysteriously quiet. I forget why this orc is here in the mess hall. I think that might be I think that might first mate that I put there. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, that was that's Jack. I forgot you
Yeah,
picked like the ugly ass token.
he's devolved.
like an elephant trunk nose.
um,
All right. So as the
alright,
evening,
well,
as the
I'm here. Tell me to do the thing now, by the way.
Okay,
Sorry to cut you off.
go ahead.
So I guess Lex kind of makes his way to the upper level here, goes to the end, and I use Commune. I think that is another mushroom. Yeah.
Yes, that is one of your moves. Oh, that's there it is.
Okay.
All right. So,
Alright, let me see.
so are you offering anything?
An apple.
An apple?
I'm offering an apple.
Offering an apple.
Only thing I have to offer is an apple.
I'll say I think the offering is it's meaning more like do you offer it like some kind of gem or like something that it would need?
No, the apple is purely for comedic purposes because he usually doesn't have anything to offer.
Okay.
No, he's joking around.
Okay.
'Cause he
So
normally
the other
doesn't
one
have
is do you have mastery over this particular one that you're doing?
Yes, that's actually why he's on the top level.
Okay. So roll plus wisdom. And then take your extra +1.
Okay, wisdom +1. Yeah, my modifier is what on wisdom?
+4.
4. Okay, so
Yeah, that's your main one.
so that's wisdom +5. So 1d20. Here we go. Oh man, that was almost a flat 20. That's a flat 17.
Okay. So remember everybody, I did post a thing earlier. So full success. I've shifted around a little bit, and I'm testing it. We're just
22 then. Yeah.
okay. So full, and this is after you do math. Full success is now 19 plus. I'm playing around with it. It might go back down. It might go back. It might go up. I don't know. But for now, 19 plus is a full success, and 1 to 10 is a failure instead of 1 to 9. Everything else in between 11 to 18 is a mixed success, which means it just like is a normal success. You said 24?
Mm-hmm.
Good grief. Okay, so that is a full success, very clearly. So you choose 3 from that list.
Okay, let me look.
By the way, which of yours are you using? Because you have 3 of these that you have mastery.
I am using
I don't know how open you're being about this yet, so I'm still being kind of.
I'll
amorphous.
DM you.
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
Okay, I use the top one, the bottom one, and then the one just below the top one. Of the 4 modifiers. So I use the first, third, and fourth modifier. No, the first, second, and fourth. Sorry.
Okay.
First, second, and fourth modifiers.
How do you think this manifests for you, in front of you when you speak to this? What does it look like for you? Just to kind of give me an idea of how to shape this out.
Oh, I got something perfect that I think you'd like.
Okay. Okay.
If you can imagine how that would look roughly, pretty much.
Are we talking Vine Lady or just Woman in the Water? Which one?
Ooh, I would say Woman in the Water, pretty much, at that point.
There's a lot of interpretations of that one. That's the only reason I say that. Okay.
I was pretty much thinking the movie Merlin for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of currently viable interpretations of that. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yes,
why I asked.
yes, exactly.
Okay, so As you're looking over the bow of the ship, kind of like leaned up on the bowsprit, just looking over the water. You see what looks like the image in the shape of a woman kind of like slowly come up to the top, but never break the water. And you hear a voice in your head, in your mind, but the mouth doesn't move. Oh. Ask your questions.
Ooh. All right.
It's far beyond sight. Do not see. It's not move. It's not search. It's not lost to you.
I don't know whether or not to consider that a good or a bad thing. What? Quite strange.
Is that all you ask?
Let's see, I'll ask one more question.
To answer that question, that's tricky, because, you know what? I'll do it for you. I'll do it myself this time. How about I do it? We're gonna find out. Storm brews.
Jesus Christ.
Prepare yourself.
Okay.
I think
Well, that's reassuring. I will say,
7,
I
if you'd
could
like
say
to
this
know.
part.
I rolled a
I could say this part.
7%.
I just flat out asked if he would have rough waters ahead. That was the answer. Keep that in mind.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 7%.
Jeez!
Yeah. 0, 0, and 7 on the D10. I wasn't expecting that, but whew. Okay.
That ain't good.
You think?
And because the DM says so, you see a storm brewing in the distance, but it's not really a storm, it's more like clouds way far off. They don't appear to be of any problem at the moment, but you can see that maybe tomorrow there might be an issue of some sort. But we'll see, because I've created an encounter table. So, we'll see when we get there. Alright. Would anyone else like to do anything? Is there anything specific?
Still snoring.
Still snoring.
Okay. Well, the evening...
Yeah, no, there's nothing I want to do.
Okay, the evening begins to close out, and rather than like calming down and going to the mess and getting a drink, the drinks seem to be going up on deck, and the crew seems to be more lively than it was. They seem to be going up top, taking drinks, little bits of food, instruments are coming out, and they all seem to be going up on the deck. It seems that they're having some sort of like celebration of some kind, preparing as the sun goes down. Lanterns are being lit around the main deck, and food is being brought up and prepared. Casks are being laid out, mugs are handed out. What do any of you do?
Is this in the next day?
No, this is the same night.
Same night?
This is after you
okay.
guys had the fight and stuff. You
I
guys
guess-
had like sailed out, and then as you guys are kind of like settling in for the evening, and sun's going down and stuff, everybody seems to become more lively all of a sudden.
Jug will get up from his nap. Is there anything around him? Is there
There's-
significantly less food and drink?
No, there's people coming and going, grabbing mugs, taking a cask, or somebody's got like a plate of food and their mug, and they're going up on deck with their buddies,
guess-
and they're all going up to. Everybody seems very chipper and lively.
I guess he'll stop a couple of guys carrying a cask, like, "Hey, what's going on? Why is everybody moving stuff to the top deck?
There's a party up on the top deck of the ship tonight.
Party? Why didn't you
Yeah.
say so?" Jug's gonna grab 2 kegs and carry them
come
up.
on up, little fella. Let's go. Let's have a drink.
Whoa!
There's no way you're gonna miss this. This is a great time. All right.
See, the only question I have is, do possums get hangovers?
With all
Oh,
that
yeah.
wine that they make, we'll find out.
Actually,
Some freaking honey mead.
Yeah, they seem to be gathering for some kind of celebration up on the top deck of the ship. And when you ask, they're just kind of like, "It's the anniversary! It's the anniversary! Yeah, it's like the anniversary. It's the anniversary, mate. It's like it gotta be there. It's fantastic." Nobody
Don't
really
worry, I'm
says what
coming.
the anniversary is. They just kind of like, "The anniversary, mate. What are you talking about?" Who all joins in? Who's joining in on the revelry up on the top deck? I'm gonna switch music. 'cause
I'll make
it's-
my way. up.
I've already been top deck.
All right, let me
Yeah,
see.
I'll
Jug's
I'll
gonna
make
let
my
Lex
way
know. Jug's gonna let Lex know.
Lex,
You gotta help.
Voithos is still offline, correct?
Yes, Voithos is. This had been a few hours later, but from what you understand, it sounded like he needed to shut down for quite a bit of time before he was gonna start back up and be able to really give you anything.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure if he was with me or not.
Yeah, he shut down he went to your little hammock where you've been sleeping, or your little bunk area, and he's staying there.
Okay,
And
cool.
yeah, the crew's lively. The captain actually brings her chair out and like sets a chair down and kind of rests with like one leg over the arm of the chair and stuff. And she has her own mug of ale and beer, grog, rum, whatever it is. Jug, you do spy an open bottle of wine set like next to her also, as well as like the mug in hand, that she occasionally like takes a huge swig, sets it down, and then takes a big swig of whatever is in the other cup. And then they're all just, it's generally lively atmosphere at the moment. Give him a second. Let him restart his thing.
Yeah, I heard him. I was about to go over and be like, Jug's gonna be like, "Lex, come on, it's the anniversary." I bet he would have just been like, What anniversary? Like, I don't know. But I heard him say his Discord messed up.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Either that or... There it is. Okay.
There we go.
I figured you'd be back in a second. Okay. Yeah, no, it's generally lively atmosphere. Everybody's happy, lively, drinking, having a good time. And to kind of give this a scene, there's like, you see James. Why is this tablet not opening? You see James, you see Lemig, you see the captain, you see the Templar, the guy that everybody just keeps... It's the third mate. He's usually on watch at night. But it's the Templar. And, my brain will catch up. You see the doctor, the one that they just usually call him the doctor. You see the master gun. Everybody's up on deck. You see the boatswain, which is like, or the bosun, which is another word for it. Which you haven't seen very much of her so far. She's actually an Eladrin, so she has like very long bay ears. She seems to be in her summer months, summertime. How do you word that? Summer. She's in her summer setting. That wouldn't really make sense, but for those of you who know what an Eladrin is, you know what that is. Summer phase. Thank you. That's a good word. She's in a summer phase, so she's bright and lively and very bright and lively. I don't know why I'm like layering myself, but the cook, because the sun is going down, is on deck. He kind of actually, like, you see when he comes up a few times to the deck, he actually like looks up and kind of looks around, and then he comes up on the deck, and you kind of go, "What's he doing?" Oh, he's dark. Of course, yes. That would make sense. That's why he's the cook. That's why he stays under deck. You see, he's having issues, isn't he? It's a good one for him.
When we needed him most,
When
he
we needed
vanished.
him most. Damn it, Aang! Come back!
Hey, where's that loot player? Always over there standing pensively
A long time
at the
ago,
water.
all the D&D players lived together in harmony, and then everything changed when the network lag attacked.
When Lex froze in the corner, and it's like, that's not supposed to be able to happen. This is D&D, man. He's just... What do we do? Wonder if it's like freezing like it usually does. Or if he's having like the Wi-Fi is doing the thing. And he's back again. Okay. Would any of you like to do anything specific here? Everybody seems to be having a good time. Revelry. Oh, two others that you see that you haven't heard their names yet. One of them's like kind of bald and like kind of dark skinned. For some of you, you would recognize like kind of a Romalian type heritage, like southwestern Arcanesia, like the desert area. Kind of Romalian human sort of vibe that he's got. And the other one's kind of got kind of a western Arcanesia look about him, long curly hair. If I can remember it. The one that's kind of bald, he's actually got, I believe it's like a... Kind of looks like a Janissary Killage. It's like a long curved, like saber-like sword. And the other one, the curly-haired one has like a handle over his shoulder, and it's actually like a big falchion on his back.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something? 'Cause my Wi-Fi crashed like 5 minutes ago.
I see. No, I've just been describing characters because I wasn't sure if you were having issues or not. No, you haven't actually missed anything though. People are partying. Everybody's on deck. Like the whole crew, pretty much. Not the whole crew, because that would be ludicrous, but a good portion, as well as all the officers. Would anyone like to do anything specific?
I'd like to get a drink.
All right, easy enough. Cook's got mugs. He's handing out mugs of ale to everybody that walks by. Even if they've already got one, he hands them another one. There's actually like buckets open, which your years on the sea, you look at it and you go, it's probably some casks of grog made there, because they're open top barrels and people are just like dunking their mugs in them.
Gotcha.
Oh hell yeah!
Let me tell you, sailors back then, they knew how to drink. They would drink anyone under the table easily. They actually would. So the reason grog exists is actually to dilute the amount of alcohol that they would intake, because the sailors were getting drunk by the time they were coming out of port, because they would drink all the rum immediately. So they started giving them grog, which is just water put into the rum with some lemon, some brown sugar, and like a few other small things. But they would change, but usually the brown sugar and lemon were pretty common in it.
Doesn't sound half bad.
As long as it's not orc grog.
You have to do the mixture right, because I tried to make some one time and it wasn't good. You have to do it right.
But yeah, I'll
It
try
wasn't
Let's
good.
get a nice big cup of grog.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. Jug's
yeah.
also gonna get a cup of grog.
All right, grog's
Can
all
Jug
around.
reach it?
I didn't even think about that.
Does Jug need? I'll help Jug if he needs help getting his grog out of the
I don't
barrel.
know that you could reach in the barrel, because the barrels are about like 3.5 feet tall, I think, like in terms of when they stand up. You
I'm
would-
strong
yeah.
enough. I
Just,
can
like,
lift
tip
up
it.
with one hand, dip
yourself
in,
up
and
to
come
the
back
edge.
down. Yeah.
So you see
Awesome.
Jug doing like one arm, like what do you call it, chin ups to like dunk his mug and then hop back down, and then by the time he's going back down, he's going back up to get another one. The drinks are fucking slinging left and right. It is a good old time. The crew's singing songs, shanties about this and that, all kinds of crazy bullshit. It is just wild. It's kind of like you get that campfire in a circle feeling on the deck, with the captain kind of on one side, sitting in her chair, kind of watching everybody have fun. they're singing songs and everything's going crazy. And then I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna pause my music for this part. And then it begins to kind of wind down a little bit. Gets a little bit quieter later into the night after several hours of craziness. And
Jug has challenged several people to a drinking contest.
Drank several of them under the table quite easily with his ability to somehow just go through it. Come to think about it, Jug's probably had to pee several times already, like at least twice out of any of the crew.
I've just held him off the side of the boat.
And then it gets a little quieter and calmer. A lot of people just kind of chit-chatting here and there. And then you begin to remember again. Everybody starts to like, oh yeah. So why is it called? It's they were calling it an anniversary. What is the anniversary? And as you're kind of pondering that question, like kind of like thinking, who would I ask that kind of question? What the fuck does that even mean? Biding my time, waiting for him to come back. Hopefully, Wi-Fi again.
Yeah, Jug's just like now thinking about. It's like he's over next. Gets some next to Manus. He's like, I know it's a little too late to ask this now, but do you know what the anniversary is?
I have no idea, my friend.
Okay.
One
As long as we're in the same boat.
One of the crew actually overhears you and says, "What's this? I'll show you what the anniversary is." Because everybody's kind of getting quiet and kind of calm and like seems like it's about to wind down. And he goes, "What's this? We haven't sang the song yet, so they'll know what I'm talking about." And he raises his mug up and he says, "Tulit, Yelsif, to you boys. Once there was a war that took many scores, and it would there make no difference. On a boat with soldiers, there is no nobler amongst those wars encumbrance." And he's just singing on, rambling off. Colton, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know exactly who these two people are. And he's just rambling this shit off, and they both raise their mugs up. And they're just smiling away, everybody's singing along, and it's just going fucking ham. The whole fucking party started over again. Everybody's got a fucking second wind, it's going crazy. And you see the curly-haired gentleman with the falchion on his back, and the bald guy with the killage at his hip. And you notice they both, each sword has a red stone set into the hilt somewhere. And they're just holding up their mugs, singing away. Arms around each other, the captain's singing, even the captain's singing this one too. And they're all just smiling. You see several of them actually, besides those two that are actually standing next to each other. Arms around each other's shoulders, singing away, having a grand old time. And life of the party is brought back. Somewhat answering your question, but not entirely. They sang some like to the three of you that are currently present. It was a shanty that none of you have ever heard. In terms of like those of you who have sailed, you've never heard that shanty before. Like you've probably heard them all at this point.
Surprised there was a shanty that I hadn't heard of. Real catchy.
Indeed. I felt I had heard most on the seas.
Hey, you learn something new every day. Well, now that the party's livened up again, who wants to go for another challenge against me?
Yeah!
I will take Jug up on that challenge.
Take me up on that challenge?
Indeed, my friend.
Alright, Eurus, it's on.
Alright.
What are we rolling? What are we rolling?
Yeah, what are we rolling? Live it and tell me. I don't even care if I lose.
Roll. It's gonna be con, which I think I know who to get with this, unfortunately, but it's gonna be con.
Oh yeah, I'm not even looking to win. I'm just looking for narrative at this point.
All right, give me some con rolls. Let's hear it.
3.
16.
Did you say 3?
Yep.
Um,
The priest cannot hold his liquor, apparently.
Before the drinks, I'm sure you decided what are you drinking for this contest? Grog, ale, beer, or just rum?
Are we doing grog, or are we doing something else? Jug, I'll let you decide.
That will determine quite a bit.
I feel like we've been drinking grog, but I feel like he's like, all right, time to up the ante. And he finds a bottle of rum, and he's like, are you ready? and then pours them both a shot.
All right, so, Manus, you take the drink and you just kind of go. Ooh. Two options. It's either time for bed or time to stop drinking. Jug, you take it and it's just like probably take a few more drinks. That felt pretty. That was all right. That's not too bad.
Oh, this is pretty strong. Nothing I can't handle.
You are far stronger than I. As Manus, if he tries to stand up, will he just stumble?
Pretty much, yeah. Just like kind of stumble around.
Roll dexterity, see if you fall
like-
over.
Sure, why not? Roll.
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll plus dex. Let's see if you can hold the wobble. The new dance he's working on.
Oh my god. 9?
Oh boy.
Manus is gonna fall off the boat.
Manus has fallen back and forth quite a bit. So you kind
doesn't
of
have his
stumble
robot.
into the middle of the circle of where everybody's kind of made a big circle in the middle of the ship. Which I guess I could have done that in Owlbear, just kind of represent and show everybody is, but you're kind of like here, and the captain's kind of over here in her chair. This person that was with Phoebe, and you get all sorts of people.
So I'm just kind of fumbling around in the
Just gonna
middle.
drop a bunch of these around. A bunch of these guys, just like kind of big circle around everybody, and you just kind of like stumble into the middle. And everybody kind of laughs and they chuckle. And the captain kind of says, I believe it might be time to go to bed, son. He's pissed drunk, look at him. And everybody's kind of like chuckling at your stumbling, little bit of stumbling that you've done. And she laughs and she actually holds up her mug a moment and she says, to you lot on the ship still that's stuck around after that day at the beach, happy anniversary to the end of a horrible fucking waste of time. Tulit and Yelsif, who actually managed to survive the beach. Fantastic. You two boys, tuck tail and run faster than I've ever seen anybody. Good job, boys. Everybody chuckles at him, and the curly-haired one, he waves his hand at her and shut up. And then it kind of starts to wind down again. Everybody kind of winds down into the late evening. Everybody winds down, and most of the crew kind of heads off to bed. And evening seems to wrap up. Anything else that anyone would like to do?
Jug's gonna finish the rum bottle. I'm gonna roll for that.
All right. Yeah, roll.
I got a-
Let's see what you got.
I got a 21 in
Oh
con.
my god.
I do want to try something.
What you got? What do you want to do, Jack?
So, just for the fun of it, I want to see. Oh wait, hold up! I forgot. I gotta go up there with everybody's upstairs, right?
Everybody's on the top deck.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna come up to the top deck, and I see him drinking that rum bottle, and then I'm noticing because normally I'm not, because Jack's not somebody who's big on like parties and stuff, but he sees everybody in a good mood, so the vibe kind of gets to him too. And he looks over and he says, "Hey, you check that wine bottle, and I'll see if I can shatter it midair."
All right.
I'm gonna try
Jug,
to
just
use my psychic ability to basically crush it, because I've never been good at crushing things that are moving. So kind of just for the fun of it.
All right, playing a little bit of doing a little bit of some skeet shooting.
Yeah.
I like
Ooh.
it. Okay.
Manus
Right.
definitely wants to get in on that action.
Psychic skeet shooting.
all right.
He drunkenly spins around and runs over.
Okay, so as the skeet shooting seems to begin, some of the crew kind of jump in. Some of them are kind of wandering down below decks, stumbling really. Kind of like we should have done that. I need to go to bed. It's bedtime. They're like stumbling all over the deck, laughing as some of them fall into the railing and stuff. And yeah. So Jug, you're tossing one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna all right. He's gonna stand on the box. He's like,
All right,
we go.
this time.
You
All
better
right,
get ready.
we're
psychic
skeet shooting
shoots.
currently. Not a lot's happened. They sang. So I'll recap really quick. They sang a shanty that nobody was familiar with. It was very specific. It talked about something about some war, something about being a long time ago, something about it sucked. The captain stood up and said, "Happy anniversary to all the ones that are still on the deck with us that have stuck around since the war." And she pointed at two guys specifically. And she was like, "And you two for surviving the beach and all this shit," and blah 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 blah. Talking about some war a long time ago. Lex, you'd at least know, from your background and your past and stuff, you'd know of a war that happened. It was a war about 18 years ago between Duat and the sort of Arkan Empire. Well, at least that's what it is now. It hadn't quite formed then; it was still forming, but. There was a pretty bad war there, and it ended pretty bloody. And some realizations were had, and treaties were signed, and agreements were made, and things amongst the Duatan government were actually discovered and put to rest, and peace was achieved between the two nations. And it was a very bloody ending. And they sang a song that's actually like a poem about it. Originally, it was a poem. But they seem to have turned it into a shanty, being a sailing crew on a ship here. And now Jack has asked Jug to throw some skeet up for him to shoot up on the deck of the ship, and they are happy to do so. All right, so I'll say, so Jug, are you being gentle, or are you like really giving a toss?
I am reared back. Just.
Are you going
right.
like over the side of the ship? Kind of out into the night, or like up above, kind of?
Up above. He's like looking up, about to throw it up in the air, and he's like, if you miss this, it might fall on someone's head. Better get ready. And then he just full force throws it into the air.
He rears back, throws it, and then roll plus wisdom to see if you can hit this accurately.
Okay. 7.
All right.
Did I roll? No, I was reading off the stats. Sorry. Let's see, which dice do I roll?
So your d20, and then you add your wisdom modifier.
18
18, very good.
plus 3. That's 21.
Ooh.
All right, so 21, you said?
Yep.
All right. So we're not gonna roll damage because it's a glass bottle. Yeah, you chunk it up in the air and it goes pretty far, and you actually look up and you watch it, and it like explodes into basically dust. And it kind of showers everybody in kind of like this sparkling glass glitter. Not quite not quite Dumbledore fighting Voldemort like glass dust, but like enough that it looks like sparklies in the air. And it actually comes down with kind of pretty, and everybody kind of goes, "Whoa, oh!" And you're like, "What do you mean, oh?" And then you go, the rum.
Rum.
What a loss.
It was empty. Don't worry. It's just glass raining down.
And then they go,
Like,
"Oh yeah, and then they all go nuts.
Oh my god. You just go back to the normal day.
All right. Would anyone like to do anything else before the evening of celebration wraps up?
Is there darts? Or anything like that?
Oh yeah, the whole time there's been people playing darts and stuff over on one side or the other. Card games going on other parts of the ship. It's a whole thing going on. You want it? What are you looking for?
Let's see if I can land a shot.
I'll say we'll summarize a game of darts. Roll 3d20s. So we'll say this is 3 different darts or 3 different games or something, and then add your dexterity. We'll see if you can.
Okay, so roll 3 different ones and
Yeah,
then
just like roll like 3 different ones, and then it's like just dex rolls. They're counting as 3 separate ones.
They're separate. Yeah, 3 separate rolls. Okay, so what's my dex modifier right now?
Yours is +3.
Ooh, okay. All right, first. Okay, that's a 20 on the first one.
Oh, okay. Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Hey.
No, well, not natural.
Nice.
With the plus
okay,
3.
so
It was
20,
natural
so-
17. Yeah,
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, thank you.
dirty 20. Oh, that is a 4 on the second one, apparently.
Okay.
And a 4 on the third one. I'm throwing this dice in the garbage.
Oh,
This die
man.
is disappearing. He's
All right.
gone.
So,
I'm reloading this entire page.
it starts good. You start out, you fucking clean sweep this guy, and he goes, I'm too fucking drunk for this shit. And it goes off and is like, hey! He goes, points, somebody yells at him, they raises his drink up, they're fucking yelling at each other, being men on a ship. I mean, what else do you do? Drink, yell, and have fun. And one other wanders up, and it's actually the Eladrin from Under Deck, the bosun, the woman the Eladrin that in her summer phase, and she I have a note of any sort of. Been a minute, sorry. There's a lot of characters on this. She wanders up and she goes, "Oh, you're playing darts? Okay, I'd like to play." And she fucking schools your ass twice in a row.
Okay.
So why do you? So I'll say, what causes you to play her again after the first loss? Just like, I thought, maybe that was just a bad game. Let's try again. Is it one of those sort of thing?
No, just for the sake of fun. He's
Just
not
for the sake-
actually.
okay.
He's not playing.
Not
for
getting into the
keeps or
competitive,
anything,
just
he's
kind of like,
throwing
fuck it, we'll
to
just
go.
play another game. Playing it for fun. I got you. She plays you again, schools your ass again, just fucking scorches you all the way home another time, and then just kind of wanders off chuckling at you, like, oh, I'm pretty good. Oh, I didn't know I was this good at darts. Did you know, Captain? She goes, like, no idea. Great job. She's just like,
Oh,
not like it's one of those, like, she probably did not hear the first part of that sentence. She's just like, yeah, great. Party continues on and begins to wind down. The skeet contest happens. All this shit goes on, and if that's all anybody wants to do, we'll wind down back into bedtime and the next day. So everybody heads off to do the sleep. When leaving that tower and the party happens and then everybody wanders off to bed, Jack, kind of lingering about as everybody wanders off with your drink on the deck of the ship, kind of looking out, lanterns going out, getting kind of dark. Now kind of that peaceful quiet of the rolling waves and the moon hitting everything, as well as, if you guys don't know, Aveline actually has like a belt. Not really huge like Saturn's, but it would be noticeable enough if you could see it from far away. A sort of asteroid belt with larger and smaller shaped moons all around it. That's why so many things are heavily influenced by moons and their names here in this world. But the moon reflecting down off the water, kind of beautiful. And you kind of feel something overcome you as you look out into the distance. Feel a bit uncomfortable. It's that same
Starts taking
discomfort, Jack, that you felt when you were looking at the Witch King's crystal in Phoebe's hand. What would you like to do?
I'm thinking, probably just going to start walking for a few seconds, kind of just start walking around the, I keep forgetting what the parts of the ship are called.
Down to like, from like up at the front of the, like are you at the bow of the ship or?
Yeah, I'm up at the bow, but
The
what
bow.
I'm doing is I'm just gonna start kind of like walking a little bit, trying to figure out why I'm feeling this way and what exactly is
Kind of
going on.
pacing.
I just have like that feeling that's kind of tapping me in the back of the head that like, hey, something's not right here. You don't know what it is, but you know something's not right.
You get kind of like a piercing feeling at the back of your head. It kind of seeps in. It's kind of like, oh god. Kind of feels like a brain freeze, but in the back kind of. And then as you're kind of looking around, standing upright and keeping your balance, but simply watching everything around you shift. You watch as everything around you turns and shifts and it flips over, and you're back in that vision again. In this horrific, what you would imagine to be the kingdom of Aselion, sundered to pieces. Just crag-ridden, disgusting obsidian mountains like claws reaching into the red skyline, and that giant tower reaching far into the sky. But it's quiet. There's not all the movement like there was before. There's just a soft breeze as a voice whispers into your head. You! I see your heart. Let me free. Free me. And I can give you everything. All you ever wanted. And more. Roll plus charisma.
Ouch.
Where is it? It's always the D20, right?
Oh, was it 20? Correct.
Okay, let's see. 8. Oh boy. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Okay. You hear this inside your head and also out. And that sounds pretty good. What could he give you? That sounds pretty great. There is a seed, an unbreakable seed of temptation. You're not acting upon it, but you're aware of, I kind of want to let him out and see what he'll give me. Kind of like an intrusive thought, but you can't fight it off like normal. The temptation is there. You hear the voice creep back in again. He's, think on it, boy. You could do so much in service for me. Pray me. Almost sounds like he's dying.
I was gonna say that sounded like dying Yoda for like 3 seconds.
And then everything kind of like smoke begins to kind of drift down, settle away as you see the night sky come back in, and everything kind of comes back in, and you're stunned for a moment. It's just whoa. And as you're standing there kind of taking it in, very specific reference. If anybody remembers the moment when Elizabeth in the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie falls in the water and the medallion sends out a pulse, and then all the winds shift, it gets really dramatic. Standing on the deck of the ship in a soft breeze, you feel that same sort of thing. The wind blowing one direction and suddenly it just stops, and it kind of blusters in the other direction. You feel it getting kind of strong. There's a strong breeze coming from the northwest now. But nothing else happens. What do you do?
I'm just going to. So what I do is I'm kind of because I'm sort of in that state right now where I'm kind of aware that this thing's trying to get a hold of me, but at the same time, I'm kind of like at that that halfway mark. You know, like I got my foot in the door, but I'm not in completely. I'm just like, and I just let out like an audible voice, not a scream, but like agitation. And I'm just like, "What the hell are you?"
There's no reply. Just feel that cold touch kind of come over your head again, and then it just goes. But yeah, there's a seed. There's just something. It's like an intrusive thought. And unlike most intrusive thoughts where you just fight it off, you can't get rid of it. It just like, every time you're like, I don't need to do this. I really don't. I'm not interested. And then you kind of go, but I could. I really could. What would happen? What really could happen? And then you just kind of have this endless, kind of like manageable and annoying, but ongoing inner monologue kind of battle with yourself here and there as time goes on. For now. But over the next couple of over the next, like as you sleep and the next day, as you guys have gone around the town and gone to the herbalist, there's been no other signs so far. Just this one incident. So anybody who has so you regain in this game when you rest, you regain whatever half of your maximum HP is. So if your maximum HP is 12, for example, or I'll use what someone has, I have it written down anywhere, which I should for some of you, and I didn't for some others. So like, Jack's 17 HP, whatever half of that is rounded up, you'll regain that in hit points. That would be, what, 8? 7? 8? I can't do math.
Rounded up, I think it'd be 8.
Yeah, so half your max HP, I'm rounding up. I don't know what the book actually says, but I'm rounding up. Because I said. And you all get a pretty good night's rest. Everybody seems to wake a little bit later than normal. The Templar seems quite agitated that the whole crew seems to be rousing later than normal, and you assume that might be due to the fact that he is the Night Watch, and he goes to bed when everyone else gets up, most likely. So the Templar goes under deck and goes back into the officers' quarters and heads to sleep, which you want to know where the officers' quarters are. It's just below the first deck, all the way on the right there, with all the different colorful beds rather than hammocks. Yeah. He goes off to bed, and everybody rouses a bit uncomfortable. A little bit of a hangover for some of you, not quite so bad for others. Those of you with high con. And a new day begins. And those clouds are looking mighty mean. Pretty rough. Somebody roll a d20 and add nothing to it. Just roll a d20 and tell me what you roll.
I'll roll.
Let's see. I'll roll for the heck of it. Don't take mine.
I got an 8.
Who are we taking? So you can do rollies to see who goes, or decide, or...
That's the three of us roll and then pick the highest number, because I'm pretty sure...
No, that's one roll. You're giving yourself like triple advantage.
Alright.
One person. We got to decide whose roll we're going to use. Because 2 of you rolled, but we got to have one.
Partial.
Do what?
If you guys want me to roll, since you guys have already rolled, I can just go ahead and roll right now, and we can use it.
Okay.
It's whatever
Alright.
you guys want to do.
Cool. Okay, so Manus, roll for me.
Right.
I'll let you guys decide on the next one. This is essentially your daily encounter roll.
This
For
is
those that are
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah, take that one.
So,
I got a 2.
all is
Ignore
well.
An 8.
Kind of rough seas today. Wind seems to be blowing. The storm seems to shove off in a different direction than what you're worried about. So it seems the spirit was concerned, but not like you should dodge it. It was just more of like, be wary, because it might head this way. But storms on the sea, you never really know which direction. But it seems to have shoved off elsewhere. And all is well. I'll say, let's do... who's working up on the deck? Who's helping with the ship? Who's actually doing something like a daily thing that would actually be helping with the ship? Is anybody doing any of the sort of manual labor?
Doug is probably carrying more things.
Moving cargo around, probably helping.
Yeah.
Probably helping.
Can I be?
Go ahead.
Can I inspect like cannons and stuff, like munitions?
Oh
Would
yeah,
that
of
be like
course.
a daily task?
I'll say roll. Give me just a wisdom roll. D20 plus wisdom. Kind of inspecting everything, going over it all. Jug, I'll say just give me a general strength roll. Roll plus strength. And I'll
God
say they
damn
probably occasionally have you like
Man.
grab a line and just haul the whole fucking thing in on your own.
I got a 9 that time. I rolled the 2, but I got a 9.
Really? So, I think they tire you out. They put you moving a lot of shit today, and it wears you out. Lex, what are you working on? Are you just kind of like keeping people in order, doing shanties to keep
He's
people?
probably helping move the mast and whatnot when
Helping haul
asked.
lines and stuff and
He's
brace.
helping haul lines and bracing and crap.
Okay.
Which else?
Jack, what about you? What are you doing today? Are you doing anything specific, or are you just kind of doing this and that, little minor things on the ship?
Well, right now I'm just kind of sitting up against one of the what's it called?
On the masts?
The mast, yeah. And I just have like an.
I'll say
apple.
on a ship like this, where you guys are starting to build trust with the officers, you're quickly put to work, and they have you help like whenever, which now I'll say this: on ships, people didn't work constantly through the entire fucking day. Now they would scrub the ship and sweep and do this and that, but like on more lax ships that weren't like hardcore fucking crazy assholes, they would, there was a lot of time just kind of sitting, holding the lines, just kind of waiting for the next order to come out. So there is pretty big gaps where those of you working with the deck crew are just kind of waiting around for a new order, shift in the wind or something like that. And I'll say Revian's up here kind of giving you guys a lot of speed, casting spells, keeping wind in, and the ship's really, for those of you that are familiar with sailing, Manus and Lex, and Jug too, of course you're not familiar with a ship this big, but those of you that are familiar with a ship this big, or just speed on the sea in general, this is fast as shit. You guys are hauling ass, and he's really keeping you in it. Every time it seems to shift, he just kind of brings the wind right back in, and the captain calls out for everybody to like brace the lines and haul on the halyards and stuff like that, and keep everything tight and tidy. And the day seems to go pretty well, other than like pretty rough waves. Who wants to roll for the start of the second day? Almost arriving at Berdfast. We are nearly there.
I'll roll for
Pretty
it. Why
damn
not?
close. All right.
Just a D20.
Flat D20. That's all it is. It's encounter roll, so has nothing to do with what you're doing.
I reloaded the page. I threw the dice in the trash. Let's see what I get.
Let's see.
11.
That one. Come on. Oh, damn.
Son of a. Normally that would be a good roll, but not in this campaign.
Okay.
Dang.
7?
11.
11. Okay.
Yep. 11.
Okay. Good. That's good. That's a difference there. So, kind of the same as yesterday. It seems to rain a little bit, and you guys do have to be a bit more active on the deck today. I'll need everybody to give me rolls to try and help with the deck crew and try and keep lines in order. I'll just say everybody roll plus strength, and we'll see where we succeed.
D20 plus strength. What's my strength?
Yeah, D20 plus strength.
Ooh, nat 20.
Oh,
27 total.
So I'll count that as 2 successes in the little skill challenge. 2 of 3.
Well,
Lex-
I rolled a 2.
Oh boy. Lex, your strength is plus 3.
19.
19.
I'm holding on to 2 lines, just.
This
after
man's
yesterday.
freaking holding up the mast with his bare hands.
How'd
Can
you
I
do?
hand the line that I can't pull to Jug?
Yeah, you're just like, it's just not like, you call Jug over and he grabs it from behind you, and it just like, oh, it's much easier now, and it just like it's just coming real easy. Jack, how did you do?
12.
12? Not bad. Yeah, you're doing all right.
-1.
You're keeping up with
11.
everybody. You're not having too bad of a time. And everything seems swell. And about afternoon time, roughly. Let me find where. There it is. Okay. So you begin to spy kind of a dark splotch way far off, and just as you start to, well, actually, first what happens is about 10 minutes before that, you hear Tergus call out, "Captain! Land ho! Island of Camidras in the distance." Just thank ya with your fucking keen ass eyes. Shite, I can't see shit. Alright, everybody get ready to haul in canvas and let's drop speed. Get ready to come into Berdfast. We're gonna head into Treadwater and dock to these racist fuckers. Okay. Anyways, yeah, be ready for orders. All hands on deck. You know, chop chop. Lemig hop to. Lemig comes down off the top, off the poop deck, which it's actually called that, by the way, and it starts giving orders. Yep. And you guys come in, and as the island comes into view, about 10 minutes later for you guys, you come in and you don't see any particular port or anything like that. The island crawls closer, and the ship there's like an island here in center, and then kind of like a separate part of the larger island that kind of curves around, kind of comes back like this, off to the left. And you sail kind of right of that little singular island and kind of come in, and just like little tiny border stuff, very edge of everything. And come in, and as you come into this little kind of snug area that kind of broadens out into a sort of bay, the first thing that catches your eye is the wall scrawling from the northeast part on your right, kind of like off, kind of in front of you to the right, kind of coming back this way, scrawling from the northeastern part of the city to Fort Treadwater, all the way across. The only thing that is visible is the divide in the walls for boats to enter, with one side of the wall being on the smaller island, kind of like on the tail part that curves around across the way and on its own piece, kind of separate from everything, making this sort of like, you can see clearly. You go through there, you're in the fort's little dock area. The only thing visible is the divide in the walls for boats to enter, with one side of the wall being on a smaller island across the way in its own piece. With its own piece. There are visible Pontethan military ships at the docks in there. There are two large gates attached to one side. One side and the other of the walls. I don't know why I stopped. Then you see many large docks and ships in front of you. And in the bay, you see ships going in, ships coming out, preparing, repairs being made, commerce being done very clearly. Up near the front of the walls of the fort, you see larger buildings and houses snugly resting like right up against the fort. This area is known to some of you that are sailors and have been here before. It's called Spotless. This fades into an area farther to the right a little bit, known as Coin Up, due to it being the most busy area and connected to the docks, but it's not the most rich area. It's just where everybody seems to go, where all the people seem to gravitate. Stretching out into the outer areas, getting poorer, and it becomes gradually as it goes out further, almost into the country of this island a bit, because it is quite a large island. It's called Alltown. Mostly the field workers live there, and a lot of the people that come into Coin Up to work. And the buildings are reddish-brown buildings. Coin Up and Alltown are intermixed with like tall palm trees everywhere. Stretching up and lazily leaning over the roofs. It's hard to tell where Alltown ends and where the jungles and plantations begin because of this. The south and southeast edges of the little city. I read that wrong, but it's hard to tell where Alltown ends and jungles and plantations begin on the south and southeast edges of the city. Most can't afford a whole lot since the Pontethans trade coppers, essentially, for the Gawa plant, which is worth much more. But the city is held aloft by its trade with merchants and outsiders. The city is regarded as a must-visit, even though its current governing power makes it difficult in a lot of ways for both sailors and citizens. Welcome, everyone, to Berdfast, the Gawa capital. Gawa is a plant, by the way. It's just a plant that has many, many useful uses. Clothes, fuel, food, like it does everything. Welcome to Berdfast. If you're not looking at owlbear, you should now. And this does have a grid on it.
Interesting.
I'm still loading, so.
Yeah, mine's still
Ooh.
loading as well.
Whoa!
Yes.
Damn.
Holy crap!
It's
Okay.
This is not all of the city, but this is a good chunk of over here is this is Spotless, and all of this is
Oh wow.
Coin Up. This is this area known as Coin Up, and this over here is kind of where some of Alltown starts to begin, as well as back here, and further off the edges of the map, Alltown kind of spreads out and goes into the plantations and stuff. You guys' ship has docked. Remember which one I had selected. Doesn't really matter. Not a huge deal, but you have docked here, I'll say. Off on the bottom right dock there. And, yeah, after a little while of coming into the city's docks and stuff, you guys settle in, and, let's see. I need to pull anybody off of this yet. Yes, Jug is actually not Jug. I said Jug because Jug's on the screen. Reggie is what I meant to say. Reggie is coming ashore. Terragus actually prepares. You don't see Phoebe. Phoebe seems to be staying on the ship. If asked, she just kind of says, she's like, I don't have anything I need to get from the city. I'd stay right here where I'm safe. You'll have to shrink yourself down a little bit. It's quite a large map. All right.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And as you guys, I don't have Revian. I'll say Revian is with you, but I don't have Revian's token because. So you all disembark, and
Here's a good token for Revian.
the captain, she leans over the side of the ship and says, "Listen, you fuckers, going ashore, all of your crew and you adventure folks that have joined us for this trip. 2 days. You've got 2 days. We're resupplying, and we're gonna make repairs that we need to. Minor things that broke, replacing rope, so on and so forth. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Be careful. Don't kill anybody. Don't die. Yeah, that's the important ones. Oh, and don't get arrested, because I'm not bailing you out. Now fuck off and have fun." And Reggie's kind of like comes down, and he's like more nervous than he was. And as you all come down off the ship, the captain, like, you see somebody coming down the docks. Looks like an official person, like kind of wearing like this bandage strip armor. You look at it and you go, "Ah, I see. On Tethans, of course." Comes down the dock wearing his kind of like banded like steel armor. He has like a big, it's called a Greek kopis sword, so if you've never seen one, you might look that up. It's just kind of a one-hand sword, meant to be kind of a choppy type sword rather than like a cut and stab sort of thing. Kind of a big heavy sword for one hand. Comes wandering over, covered in red in parts where there's no armor exposed. The overskirt thing that he wears, which is like, if you don't know what that is, it's like the thing that flaps that's not like a skirt, but it's like hangs down behind. There's many names for those. They're annoying to try and pinpoint exactly what they're called. But all red and white coming over, looking very if like Rome had continued on into where people wore pants. kind of like that, like, and they continued on into technology and they wore boots and pants and overskirts and stuff like that, but the armor is like Still kind of the same design, but stronger metal. Dockmaster wanders over and he says, hello everybody. Okay. Hello, non-humans. You will need to be registered up at the dock, the Dockmaster's house, and you'll be given a card to come into town. Okay. Non-humans, you have to have a card. Okay.
Okay.
You hear you hear an audible groan come from Terragus. He just goes, like just which to some of you you're kind of familiar with this. And Reggie just okay, yeah. Like really nervous. He's got like keeping his hands like kind of up at his chest, and he's like we can hear him kind of breathing heavily and being nervous, being off the ship here. And the captain comes down and says, fuck, I forgot about you bastards. Alright, you come aboard and we'll do the fucking paperwork. Fucking race of shit. Just like grumbling Scottish things as the dockmaster comes aboard and they sign papers. And Reggie says, can you guys help me? I need to go to a herbalist, and I need help. Will you help me? I need to go to the herbalist. It's on the other side of the city.
I also seek supplies. You can come with me.
Okay. Terragus,
Well, I ain't got it.
Yes, of course, my friend. Of course, I need to go there anyways. I have some things that I also need.
Well, I don't know what else to do here. I'm just kind of I'm along for the ride.
And Revian's just kind of like, of course, yeah.
I was planning on exploring. Jug could come with me if you wished.
Well, Reggie, you think you can handle this by yourself, or not by yourself, but with just the guys you have? Do you need me?
I think so. And Terragus kind of speaks up and he says, don't stray too far, I might need some of you. Just, after your exploration, come find me at the herbalist. I have something for you all to help me with. I need to go get details on it first, so come and find us there. Be safe. Don't get into trouble.
Can do, buckaroo.
Safe travels to you.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens then.
All right. To slight confusion, Terragus actually goes, the place we are looking for is called a Vale of Flowers. I don't quite know where it is, city, but I know it is on the, which to the north on the map is actually east, which is wonderfully confusing, but it is just go with it. So this direction is east. And
North is the wall.
yes, north is the wall. So those of you not wandering with the other group going into the city, what is it you would like to do first?
What's the plan, Lex? What do you need? What do you need me for? What are we doing?
I don't know. I figured I'd just look around a bit. Not really sure.
Fair. All right. Guess let's get off this dock. I don't want to. Tired of that paperwork I had to fill out.
Actually, good question, Eurus. Have I been here?
I'm sure you have. But you're human, so you don't really have... Or wait, are you? I don't remember. I think you're not, are you? Which is noticed.
Ah, that wasn't meant to be spilled yet, but that's fine.
I mean, people would notice.
Now, people would notice.
That wouldn't be hard to notice. That would be kind of a hard thing to hide. Heritage is not the easiest thing.
You have a point.
But so you guys are both ushered into the dock office there, the dock authority, just littered in fucking red flags. Some of them, the other ones I did. I just realized that I didn't do the one that you guys have to go to. That's the only thing that I missed. But yeah,
So
they're just littered in fucking red Pontethan banners everywhere.
Where's the building we got to go to sign papers? I
it'd be
thought we
right
get it
up-
on the boat.
Be right here. No, the captain was signing for the ship and stuff.
Oh,
This-
okay.
Yeah, this building here. And they kind of usher you in, like, yes, come over here, non-humans, to sign in. Yes, over there, please. Jug, you're getting a bit of a racist vibe here.
I don't like these fellas.
So if you want to roll a spout lore, you can, to, like, kind of, like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are they so, like...
Plus intelligence, ain't it?
Correct.
All right, cool. 10. All right, I know. I just.
They're
I don't
being
like-
racist. That's about all you
I don't.
know.
Could I try to roll for it?
Sure, why
These
not?
guys-
Why not?
these
Give it a
guys
second
are
chance.
Quite rude.
Actually, roll plus aid. Roll and aid. So roll your d20. If you have any bonds with Jug, then you can add however many bonds you have as your modifier. If you have one bond, that's plus one.
I do not have any bonds with Jug.
That's
Other
fine.
than the fact
Well,
that I think he's funny.
Because I'm not stressing bonds to you guys this campaign. I'll just simply say, roll the aid plus your intelligence. Just go ahead and do that, because the bonds
What's my
are kind of
intelligence
meh.
modifier again?
Do what?
What's my intelligence modifier
Plus
on
2.
this one? Plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. You kind of bump and you go, they're Pontethans. They don't like people. They don't like non-humans. And Jug, you go, oh yeah, that's right. And you both kind of remember, oh, they don't like non-humans. That's right. They're like super touchy, and especially in Pontetha proper, about the non-humans. Here they let them in, obviously, because they can't stop the flow of non-humans. But within Pontetha itself, they don't like humans.
Yeah, non-humans.
Non-humans. They do not do the non-human.
You think you'd see enough non-humans, you'd kind of just accept it and.
Yes. Of course, my little
Rude.
little rat friend. Get out. Take your card and go. Don't cause trouble. We're watching you.
Sure. He just snatches his card and walks out.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've headed
Grabs
out
it
of
with
the
his
city.
Grab the card with his tail and walk.
With his
Hold it out
tail.
like just kind of off to the side of you. So heading into the city, where would you like to try and go first? What are you interested in?
What
Is
are
there
we
any
doing, man?
shops? Is there a shopping district?
There are shops all over the city. A lot of so there's like markets that are kind of here and here. There's some over here. There's some over here. They're all over the shore. There's like a whole like sort of boardwalk thing going on with breaks in between them of like beaches and such. Where you see ships being kind of let down into the water. There's a few shipyards here. They're not very big, but there's a couple. They seem to be putting out like smaller like fishing vessels and stuff. And then there's some shops up here, kind of in the middle of the city. Not all of them. There's some here. There's some, where else? There's like breweries over here. There's just like, you get directions and you can kind of find a lot of different things. Yeah, kind of the main things that you hear about are like the brewery. You hear, you're told where the Fighters Guild is. You hear about the general store. And catch something about like a runesmith.
I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time trading with these people because people usually use money. I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
I'll
If you
say,
find anything interesting, I'll just buy it, I guess.
It
Well,
does
hang
seem,
on. Where's that cloak that Revian had?
Oh, that's a good idea.
You want to like retroactively have gotten it from Revian or something, or like re-encounter
Predicate.
them on the dock as you come out of the little like.
Probably
I
I would also
pre-encounter.
like to change what I'm doing, if that's okay.
What's do you want to switch to go with them?
Yeah, I want to go with them because you probably know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for scrap metal.
Of course, yeah, of course.
So yeah, I'll go with them to find that.
Okay, and asking around, you
feel
hear
like
about the armorer would be the most likely place. Most things here are built from wood, but you're directed to the armorer, which is I remember correctly, is fucking shit. Where? Oh, it's right here, up at the the upper half on the right.
All right. Is Voithos with me now?
Yes, Voithos is with you. He woke up bright and early with you and came into the city with you.
All right. Cool.
So whenever you want to have that moment, just keep that mental note prepared.
All right. Could he be the one who had told me the recipe that I'm currently trying to prepare for?
Yeah, it's like an old sort of thing. Maybe something in passing, like, you know, I don't know, whatever the sort of thing would be that you would ask him, but yeah. He gives you some ideas for that. Maybe some past builds that his old master had come up with, some old plans that he'd stored in Voithos, at least partially. It could be worked on or improved on, probably by you and Phoebe, with a little help.
Sounds good.
So, where do you guys go first? You're told where the armorer is, of course, and then a few other things. Well,
So I feel like, do we pass by Revian before he left with the cloak?
I'll say Revian Revian had to go in the office as well, so you all probably ended up in the office at the same time, experiencing all of that. So yeah, you probably could have gotten it from him.
I don't know if I want the whole cloak, just so I feel like it'd be safer with him. But I'm gonna peel off one of those patches.
Of course. Which patch are
One
you
of
taking?
The one with the bag of 100 gold pieces.
All right, so one of the 3 bags you take. So you now have 100 gold pieces. So make sure whoever's keeping inventory on the robe of useful items, where it says like 3 in parentheses, if I remember it's 3, reduce that to a 2. There are now 2 bags of 100 gold that remain attached to the robe of useful items.
Track. I have 100 gold.
Nice.
All right, guys, this should help us non-humans
And
buy
Jack,
stuff.
you are not harassed at all, by the way, with which you know and understand why. Manus, you either.
Do they recognize that I'm like a priest of Phalos?
Asking around about like religion here on the island, you mostly hear about the temples of Ko and the temples of Hera, the goddess of storms.
Do they think anything or say anything about me being half human?
I mean, a lot of... You can tell who's, like, probably very strictly Pontethan and who's, like, people that just happen to live here on the island. Some of them are also non-humans, but you can tell a Pontethan because they kind of see you and they kind of eye you as you go by, who very clearly come from, like, the mainland or something and have come to live here as, like, a colony or something like that. From what you understand, Pontetha is currently in control of this island. Since the I'm forgetting words. Since the empire that was here, the Sarabian Empire, that's what I was forgetting. Since the Sarabian Empire kind of lorded over by the Sea Elves, not strictly by the Sea Elves or by their particular kingdom. It was just some Sea Elves that did it, that kind of established it. Ever since that's dissolving, it's kind of been a lot of islands are kind of up for grabs, and it turns into that a lot. Sometimes it turns into conflict. Sometimes pirates come in and siege the islands from the water and stop ships coming in and all that kind of stuff, and turn things into problems. It's been kind of crazy and hectic here for the last pretty much as long as any of you have been alive, since even before Manus, like you being the oldest one. Before even you were born, it's been pretty crazy here. It's been a little over 40 years that the Empire has been gone. So it's just been constant contests to try and take control of this and that. But the Pontethans, you can tell them aside from everybody else, they do kind of give you a glance as you walk by. But you do see non-humans. You do see different various types. You see sea elves, which they're a bit paler. More on the pale side. Kind of wispy long hair, usually. And they're a lot of them are quite kind of lithe wouldn't be the good one. They're bean poles. They're very thin sort of folks. And they sail around on a lot of the little skiffs. Like if you look on the very far right, that little ship right there with like the green sails, they're angled. A lot of little ships like that usually, but a lot of them are even smaller than that, and not very large crews. And they go real fast, baby. They go real quick. They zip around on these waters. Some of you would know that. They're all over the place. They zip around really fast. Some of them actually kind of go and do like essentially pirate spotting to see where like pirates are at. They don't fight them. They just spot them and go alert somebody like, hey, there's pirates here. You should go do something about that. So, what would we like to do first? Wandering crew, I guess. Wandering group.
So, Jug, what do you say we put that gold to some good use, eh?
I mean, I ain't gonna do anything else with it. Let's get rid of it as fast as possible.
Onward! They just leave to the bar.
Alright. Just like the first fucking one you come to.
Just they view the shops for a little bit and then just go straight to the freaking bar. Just
yeah, you find let's see if I can remember exactly where I had thought one was.
Fun fact, Lex doesn't drink, so he's basically just stuffing his face with all manner of food that he finds there.
The first one that you come across and find that looks quite busy is this one where the little yellow laser pointer is over here on the left of where everybody is. That's the first one you hear about, and it's just like real generic, just Seaside Tavern. Like it doesn't even really have a name. It's just Seaside Tavern. Get fucking drunk and then leave.
The sign is just a little tankard.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fucking generic. Get drunk, see people, come here. We welcome you. And you see in this fucking bar, one of fucking everything. There is everybody and everyone from everywhere is here. It's just like all sorts of different people. You see fucking orcs. You see somebody off in the corner with like a couple of other people who's like very nice looking armor with like a little bit of gold in the front. On their hair, their hair almost looks like metal. You see different types of shapes and sizes of elves, and then you see some orcs, and you see half orcs. You see humans. You even see a couple of dark elves with their hoods up, like trying to shield from the daylight. There's like fucking everything. Furbolgs. There's literally everything here. You name it. There's one of them in here.
Okay.
And people seem to come and go fast. And as soon as somebody leaves, it seems like, oh well, there goes one from the sort of mental collection we're taking. Oh nope, no, there's another one walking through the door. Like it is lively and busy. This is a very busy port, and it stays busy.
Real fish.
Is that all you're doing? You're gonna have a drink?
Lex is gonna look for the first dish that they serve related to chicken and just buy it.
Most of what they serve seems to be like, it's breakfast food. It's not. There's like biscuits and gravy, and then like some lamb, like just real simple lamb and a biscuit.
Bacon or lamb or something, he'd eat it. If it's meat, he'd find it.
Yeah, it's super fucking simple. Like
meat.
It's just like biscuits and gravy, and then like some Mediterranean sort of seasoned meat. And that's about it. Super simple. It seems they focus on the drink and keeping enough. Team 2. Jack, Terragus, Revian, Reggie, and Manus, if you're depending on who you're going with. What would you all like to do?
I was just gonna make my way to the armorer.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the armorer. Let's see. Let me move these guys up here. There. I'm gonna move them up here. Just kind of show everybody where they're going. Which is way over here, up at the top of the map. I'm gonna make Revian a little bit bigger so we can kind of see where we're at. So over here is where the rest of them go. Jack, who are you going with?
I was gonna go with them.
With Revian and Terragus?
Yeah.
Okay. So they are way the fuck up here at the top left. So you wander into the smithy, directed to an armorer. Where did it go? So you walk in and you see kind of a shorter size, kind of humanoid-ish shape, and they kind of rise up from the forge in the corner. Clink, 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 and they rise up and they can. Who's there? Hello? Is that a customer? They're kind of like not turning around, just clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, I am in need of metal for a project.
And they turn around and you see a falcon folk, bird person, falcon folk. They turn around and you can see one or two like little gray feathers here and there. Nothing wild. They're not super old, but you get the idea that they're probably like middle aged. This is a woman, falcon folk, and she says, "Ah, I see. Looking for scrap. Got quite a bit of that. Decent enough amount. Some projects I was working on that didn't go very well. Yeah. Let's say, let me think for a moment. Kind of looks at the metals. She kind of goes, sticks to the bucket. He goes, it's scrap, so I can't ask for much. How about 10 gold for the lot?" And it's a decent sized little like bucket. You may have to have Voithos help you carry it.
What if I only have 4 gold?
She kind of looks and she kind of sets it in front of you and she says, "What out of this do you think you need?" A lot of iron that I've been using. I don't know what kind of metal you're needing though. I work with.
Can I have Voithos show her the blueprints to what I'm building?
She kind of looks at it and she goes, "I see, yes, uh-huh." She goes, "I've seen automatons before, and I've seen yours. That makes 2 that I've ever seen. I've never seen the blueprints. What kind of, I don't know, what kind of metal do you need? I don't know anything about it. I'm an armorer. I don't even really work in blades. I can make like a long sword, but I can make you great armor. If you need armor, I can do great stuff. But on the automaton thing, I'm not too helpful there.
Probably just enough simple iron to build the basic limbs and chassis.
See, okay, yeah. She pulls out, and she goes. I think she gets a little bit of a smaller basket now. She goes, "This might be enough to do a little bit with, yeah. To be enough for, I guess, one. I don't know how much is needed for one, but here you go. Yeah, it's about 4 gold's worth, I think. Yeah."
All right, I pay for the scrap.
Okay. Steps. You have, let's say, I'm gonna say enough. We'll say you have 2 uses of some iron scrap, and we'll kind of explore what that means later
Sounds good.
and how that will work. All right. Lex and Jug, anything specific or just drinks? Just kind of essentially whenever you guys, if you guys go and join Revian, Jack, Terragus, and Reggie.
That's what I'm gonna make my character do now that I have my scrap metal.
So Manus is headed over to a Veil of Flowers, as it was called. So do you two have anything you want to do?
Am I the only one popping back ale?
Just day drinking?
Day drinking?
like middle of the afternoon drinking.
How much does say? How many people would I guess is here in the bar, in the tavern? How many am I looking at?
Probably about 40, and that's like
I'm
in the bar, and then like out on the front, like little open air porch thing.
All right, and how much does 1 tankard of ale cost?
Well, actually, my idea is that we can, if you don't want to pay for the tankard of ale, we could make a bet. You can beat the hell out of somebody and then just.
Oh,
win
I was
the
gonna
tankard of
buy. I
ale.
was gonna buy everyone around. That's why I didn't know if I was the only one day drinking.
Oh, we were
Well,
all
I was
literally
there
sitting.
with you, but I wasn't drinking.
Okay.
But I was there with you.
I know you weren't, but everyone else might be. I didn't know.
It's
I didn't know if everyone else was reasonable.
reasonable.
Okay, so
Think
what are we
my
trying to do?
people-
Sorry, I was reading multiple things that I had missed. Discord does not alert me whenever I'm here, so if you DM me or something, let me know. Streamer mode like blocks messages.
I
Ah.
see.
Since I asked how many people there were, you said 40, and then I
About
asked
40,
how
yeah.
much does how much does a single tankard of ale cost?
I'd say since we're kind of shifting into D&D, for our next campaign, I'll say like depends on what you're getting, but the cheap shit that's from the local breweries, real cheap. It's like 2 silver. Get a fucking bottle. Like they've got that shit on tap, ready to go, and it's
You
cheap.
got it on tap.
It's on tap and it's cheap. Cheap as shit. It's actually not bad. It's kind of odd and different and very like spiced and different and weird. It's good. It's really good.
It's an IPA.
Essentially, it's a PPA. It's a Pontetha. Yeah.
Ha. Okay, so I assume me and Lex have eaten the same thing of an order of biscuits and gravy and 1 order of the lamb. Meanwhile, I'm just chugging back ale.
You guys
I'll
quick cut to the other group. Terragus is just standing leaned against the counter, with again next to like the worker who's like faced the like shelf behind the counter thing and just like seems to be taking some sort of inventory of maybe like things that were pulled up from outside in the garden around. There's a big garden around this herbalist, and he's just like very impatiently tapping his foot as you guys just kind of wander, as Reggie just kind of wanders nervously up and down the aisles, the small aisles on the inside, looking at things, and he's just, and then we cut back, and you guys are just like separate, like cut back and forth, like anime TV show moment of like one group's is just fucking like, what is taking so long, and the other group's just like that, just being Goku.
Just being
devouring everything.
Alright, I guess after they finish their
So-
meal,
What?
What were you about to say?
I was gonna say it was like that moment in Teen Titans where Cyborg is at like that Japanese buffet.
Oh my
And,
god.
and then the guy's like, "Stop!
buffet.
You are going to eat me out of business." With the sign says all you can
Exactly,
eat.
yeah.
It says all you can eat. So
You
they
get,
just
you
start
get a
getting-
couple of drunk orcs that are like,
Close.
yeah, like watching you guys like eat and drink really fast, and they don't even know what they're fucking cheering on. They're just like, yeah, eat.
Clips back, freaking just Jugs eating and arm wrestling some just drunk dude at the same freaking time.
Oh my god.
It's just full funny anime moment. So finishing up your ridiculous middle of the afternoon meals, what would you like to do now?
I'm gonna put. I'm just gonna say fuck it. I don't know. I'm gonna put 25 gold in a little pouch, hand it to the bartender, and be like, okay. And I'm gonna be like, this is for our meal, and get around on the house for everyone. And
It
then
takes
I guess
another
we'll leave.
20 minutes before you can leave because the rabble you raise, the fucking racket that bleeds
I tried
into
to
the
be quiet.
streets
Oh god.
of the
Jugs hoisted in
heroes
the air.
that just paid for a round of drinks for everyone here.
We gotta be quiet.
And possibly drinks for the like next couple hours.
25. No, that's probably like someone's gonna stay there and drink the whole freaking day. That's
Oh,
how
for
much-
fucking sure. Like you just like that's his biggest payout of the day.
I'm marking that off. Don't worry.
And yeah, it takes like 20 minutes for you guys to like slowly zigzag through the crowd out. Everybody like, yeah.
Everybody's freaking.
You
Oh my
bought
God,
listen,
it's
you
fine.
bought drinks for sailors in a bar at a port. You
Hell,
don't
you
don't
like
just
that.
leave.
Yeah. Joe was like, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. We have this gold and we have more. I'm gonna pay for a round for everyone. He was like trying to be quiet so they could get out. And then they just hear someone, that guy's buying drinks for everybody. Just, oh God.
Yeah, you definitely hear one of the orcs like the first thing you heard after you said that was like an orc out on the front porch. You hear thump 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 of this like footsteps running outside. They're buying drinks, 25 gold a bear. Get your fucking asses inside! And it's just like funneling in. And they're like, yeah!
And then Lex is like, I have a plan.
Lay it on me.
He literally like doesn't even. He's like, all right. He like picks you up and tosses you over the entire crowd out of the bar. He's like, I'm gonna be stuck here for a minute, but you shouldn't have to suffer my pain.
I'm just imagining
Relax.
Jug like getting thrown in and
No.
just Supermaning out of the bar.
You just fly.
And it pans over to Jug running out with the little like anime style tears running out. I'll remember your sacrifice, and he's just running to the herbalist. Let me
So,
find my token on this big map and put it over there. There it is.
Oh god.
So do you leave
They
Lex
seem
behind?
yeah. I mean, he threw me out.
All right.
They just see me running up, just.
All right. So you come sprinting up and you don't see anybody outside. Everybody, you come in and you see Reggie, the little short guy, a little bit taller than you, is wandering up and down the aisles on the inside of the store, the shop. Terragus is leaned up against the counter, just like staring at the floor, tapping his foot, waiting. And he sees you coming. He goes, "Oh, finally! Thank God!" Just like waiting. And you see the Tabaxi, really tall Tabaxi, turn around. And he goes, "Are they finally coming in?" And he goes, "I believe there's one more. Where is Lex?"
He'll be remembered.
It just
Oh.
clips over and he's freaking in a bar brawl trying to get out of the
Oh,
line.
dear gods. Ah. I see. Well, may Malkorith have mercy on him. Which is the god of death, by the way.
Oh god.
Or god of the underworld, whatever.
He's freaking getting dogpiled.
Well, it seems, Vale, that we have lost one. He's gone to the gods. Or unless of course Jug is joking. Sometimes I can't tell. He is small and his facial expressions are weird, and I've never met one of his kind. Anyways,
Never met one of his kind.
he says,
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Tabaxi turns around and sees Reggie kind of like, I don't see it. Still wearing the little, like, witch doctor's mask, by the way. He still hasn't taken it off. Still wearing the hood. The Tabaxi leans down over the counter, kind of hunching to kind of, like, not be so enormous. Just goes, "What are you looking for, friend? What do you need?" And Reggie's just like, I need, fuck, hang on, I gotta remember what it was. Had it written down. It was real specific. I don't remember what it was. It was like Pixie's something. It was very, very specific. There it is. Pixie's parasol. Hold for one moment.
He has an exaggerated look, huh? I'm still just imagining Lex in a freaking bar fight, and this is
I
making me
I
try
thought
not
that
to
was
laugh.
so funny. Just him fighting his way out. Jug acting like he fucking died.
He will be remembered.
Next time we see you, it's back on the boat. Your hair's messed up. You have like a couple bruises.
Oh my god. That's exactly how I imagine that happening.
I've been robbed of my phone charger. Call help.
Ah.
right.
Imagine that.
That's why I was
know that-
grinning.
I know that feeling, bro. I have to use my Nintendo Switch charger to charge my phone, dude.
She broke her phone charger. That's why I paused briefly a few minutes ago, like very, very briefly, looked down, and then like kept going. She texted me. Okay.
The more I look around the chargers in my home, the more I realize everything has just been completely taken over by Type C.
My Type C for my tablet is not fucking long enough. It's like this long. Like who the fuck designed that? Make it longer.
Exactly.
Okay. So back in. So he goes, I need Pixie's parasol. Revian, the wispy, wind-looking guy, the one with sandals. He needs mana potions. And she goes, mana potions, huh? Interesting. You don't hear about those very often. Taragus, when's the last time you heard about a mana potion? And he goes, what the hell is a mana? Just help him. Why are you asking me? I do not need to know this shit. And they go, it's no fun. All of the El Saids, they're like this. Well, Reggie, unfortunately. That's your name, Reggie? And he goes, yeah, just Reggie. Or you can call me Reggie Howland Galvadorson. It's, either one. You pick. And they go, I'm going to call you Reggie. You need Pixie's parasol. Grows well enough on this island. Small problem. To find it, you have to go into the woods. And in the woods, you will find the Pixie's parasol. Where do you find the Pixie's parasol and what it grows on is the problem. Because it grows on trolls' backs on this island. Unfortunately. It's the only place sustainable. So you're going to need some help if you're going to go get Pixie's parasol. I cannot sell it to you because I do not have it. Sorry. And Reggie goes, oh, I can't kill a troll. Crap. Can any of you kill a troll? I can't do that. That's
Most
not
likely.
my...
Is that it? The troll?
Yeah. I'm 2 feet tall, but I'm not very strong like you, Jug. I just mostly make these, and he just kind of holds up a couple of potions. It says like, will some of you go with me? I can help if we find one, but I can't. Like I said, I'm not very strong.
Leave it to us. I'll be the brawn, you be the brains.
Okay. So
Lex just kind of shows up. Lex is like, did I miss anything?
Lex, you wander in as Reggie's kind of like, can somebody help me? I need to kill a troll. It's kind of like, it's kind of like go, what the fuck did I just walk into? Sort of second kind of moment.
Lex is like, I'll help you kill a troll. Pops his left arm back into place.
Jug goes to hug his leg. You brave soul.
I got us free drinks next time.
So for
know
you,
why the
Jug,
bartender
you
comes
kind of
in.
like, it's kind of like an 11-year-old hugging someone fully grown. You hugging Reggie. Or are you hugging? No, you're hugging Lex. Sorry, I've got that confused. Never mind. So you're hugging his leg. So
Yeah, Jug's hugging Lex's leg.
Because Kyle's not here, and for narrative purposes, I'm going to say he's going to not do this one. There's a reason why that I'm not going to tell you. Anybody else for Reggie's little adventure?
Definitely.
So Jack is going?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Manus will go help him with
Okay.
the troll.
of course. And so Terragus kind of looks around and he says, "Ah, so Revian, you'll be the one helping me, huh? I think your skills will come in handy." Okay. Well, if any of you find yourselves not interested in a troll before the next few minutes before you head out, I have a target here in town. You can find out the details if you want to come with me. But
Were they at the bar?
no. I don't think they were at the bar. As a matter of fact, they're most likely within the fort currently. But
Sweet. Because I think I might have committed a few crimes in that bar that I'm probably not allowed to be there for anymore.
it's a good thing you're here, because no one will come here to find you. But I'm going to take Revian here with me. Would any of you like to join me? If not, help Reggie. Needs all the help he can get. Most likely. And I'll say, Revian kind of goes, "Yeah, I think I'll help." And Terragus goes, "Okay, I will wait till you all return, and then you can help me. Does that sound fine? I will wait patiently." And he goes, he's just like mumbling things off, and Ponteth and Manus, you hear him just like cursing, like just impatience. And he just kind of wanders off out the back door of this little, like, sort of hut herbalist place. And Reggie goes, "Hey guys, I'm not a leader. I don't know how to. Does anybody know where the woods are here? I don't know how do you get into where are the woods? Is that on another plane?
Look for the trees.
Trees. Oh, that's right. Yeah, forest. Yes, I got you. Okay. Lead the way, one of you. I don't know. Let's do that. So, which direction do you go?
Lex
Guess
is
if we
just still gathering his wits back to normal, so he's just following whoever the hell is
I'll
going.
say, the tabaxi leads over the counter, and they go, most likely you want to go just east, or up on the map on your screen, whatever the fuck that is. And, probably that way, go past the plantations and into the woods, and you will find one. Not even a day's travel. You will find them quite easily. Have fun! Trolls are fun. And I'm sure
Being
Terragus
the,
will be still irritated by the time you come back, so no worries. I'll keep him entertained by not keeping him entertained. He'll be nice and grumpy.
Being the priest of travel, I'll take the lead if you guys want.
Sounds fine to me. You can bless the way. Maybe we'll find it quicker.
I will do just that.
Alright. So you guys, this will be where you go off the map for now.